Hello everyone. So again we are gonna go for some basic tips and stuff that weren't included in the earlier videos. Like we'll start with the group command. So whenever you want to edit within a group, you will click on the left mouse button twice and then you'll be able to edit. Also, like I'll create a geometry here. Now I will leave it at 3 lines, and you can see the geometry isn't complete, so we have to create a closed geometry. Now the rectangle that I created is superimposed on the group. It isn't the part of the group and will act as a separate entity. So this is something to remember again. Now, so be sure to know what's being created inside and outside the group, so that will be quite helpful. So now I will start the video by giving the example of a staircase. So I'll use 3 feet 6 inches as the stair size. This may vary depending upon your project. Like for commercial places it can be even 6 feet, it can go up to 6 feet or more, so that does vary. Moving on to the tread. So tread is basically the plane on which the foot falls, so that can be 10 inches or more. This can also vary depending upon the availability of the space in the project. If you have abundant space, you can even take 12 inches. So this I have created right now. So then comes the riser. So riser is basically the height of the step. That should be near about 6 inches. So the lesser height you give as your riser, the more will be the number of steps your staircase will have. So that is also dependent upon you as well. So it's your or your client's decision. So one step is ready now, as you can see. Now I will just select it. Now here I can give 4 normal steps, which will be the replica of the first one, of course, and after those 4 there will be a turning step. So the dimensions of that step will be 3 foot 6 inches by 3 foot 6 inches of that turning step, or 6 feet by 6 feet depending upon your staircase. Firstly we will select the move tool, and then while keeping the control key pressed, and as soon as the plus sign appears here besides the move tool, we'll copy the step from the bottom left edge from this side. Now to create 4 replicas, we'll have to type in x4 in the dimensions box and press the enter key. Now something you'll notice is that it didn't work. Most of the times it does, but what happened here is that I moved on from the copying process, so like I had to do it in continuation. So I'll won't undo now, and I'll just copy one more step and type x3 here. So again, like 5 steps have been created. Now one thing you'll notice here is that I said we'll have 4 steps, but here you can see there are 5. So actually the 5th one we are going to use as the turning point, and we'll extend it. So you can create it from the start as well, but it will be a lot of work. So this is an easy way. So now we'll use the pencil tool like I am just doing, and it was 10 inches already. I will start from the left corner and type in 3 feet 6 inches. Now to avoid unnecessary calculations, you can use the dimensions box, of course, always. Now here we go. So it can take a few seconds to get it to push pull and give it the right length, but once you are done, SketchUp will snap on the green endpoint here, like you can see. So this is moved now. So wait, it hasn't now. Okay, so it has moved now. Now we have to create a turning point here. So we'll select the lowest step. Now be sure to select all the faces of the step. Now we'll use the move tool. Wait, I'll firstly select all of them. Okay, done. So now I'll use the move tool again, and while pressing the control key to copy the step and place it around here for now. So we'll rotate this step using the tool and make it 90 degree, like here, as you can see I am doing right now. Okay, 90 degree. So now we are going to create multiple copies of this step, and we won't break the continuation like we did before, and in continuation only type x10 quickly, and that will give us 10 copies in total. That will be 11 steps after the turning point. Okay, there will be 10 copies and 11 steps after the turning point. So like this you will be able to create the staircase. Now basically there are two types of staircases, as you will know. Now if you want a beam following the staircase from beneath, that can be done easily and quickly as well. So now we will use the follow me tool for that, but before that we'll create a line using the pencil tool in the middle of the staircase. So like this we'll create it. Now we'll create a vertical line here that will be parallel to the blue axis. Now you can make it 9 inches. Now that also it is depending upon the beam size. So this 9 inches will include the length of the step. So if that doesn't make sense, I'll show you a picture, still picture like this. So this rectangle actually, as you can see, the step is including. So the total length of the beam is 9 inches. So 6 inches plus 3 inches. So that is how you will decide your length, and again that can vary. So I'm gonna move on and make this line now, including this step. So we'll include this step of 6 inches here. So right now I will create a box or a rectangle here after I make it total of 9 inches. So I'll erase it now. So again I will draw it because that was a little wrong. Now 3 inches. Okay, here we go. So I'll create a box or a rectangle here, and one line on each side, as you can see. Okay, now I will complete the geometry and erase the middle line. So here we have a clean geometry, and now we can use the follow me tool here, but first we will have to pre-select the path for the follow me tool to follow. Now this line that we created earlier is divided into smaller sections, so we'll have to select each one manually, individually as well. So I'm just selecting a few of them just to give an example, and wait, let me get a clear view. So like this, now some of them are selected, and I'll use the follow me tool here. Okay, so like this you can provide a beam in the center. Now also will not leave the gaps in here. As you can see, there are gaps between the beam and the staircase, so we'll use the push pull tool to fill these gaps like this, and on the other side as well. So as there is a line in the middle partitioning the beam, so there we will have to use the push pull tool on both the sides or from one side using various angles. So like that it will be created. So this is basically how you can create it. We'll come to the railing. Now this time I will do it more precisely from the beginning. I will take the midpoint from here, taking the center of the step, and now I want the railing to be 3 feet, so I will type in 3 feet here. Now I'll skip the second step and add another pipe in the third step. So again I'll create a line of length 3 feet. And now I'll join the two tops of these two lines and erase it from within. So now the next pipe is going to be on this step. So I'll create another line 3 feet tall again, attach the tops, and again erase from within. So what we are gonna do now is create a handlebar for the railing. So for that I will erase this middle line. Actually we don't want to erase the middle line. We'll start with one step, and actually I'll press Ctrl plus Z and bring back the line. So here we go, and now again Ctrl plus Z and I will erase the remaining geometry, this line. Okay, here we go. Now what we are gonna do is that so the railing basically won't look good if it stops around the edge, so we'll extend it a little bit and here create a geometry like this and erase the bottom part. Now we'll create a rectangle here 1.5 inch from each side of the middle line, giving us a total length of 3 inches. So basically what I'm gonna do is complete the geometry 1.5 here. Okay, here we go. And 1.5 on the other side. It's done. I'm completing the geometry right now using the references, and I will erase the middle. Now we'll just select the line here and press the follow me tool, and the handlebar is ready. So now you can create a whole railing like this and do this for all the steps that are remaining. So practice that again. So now we'll also talk about the glass railing. So initially what we did was erased the fill of the geometry here. So we'll have to create it again. Here we go. So we'll get the fill again. Here we go. So now we'll reverse the faces, and now I'll go to materials box and give a texture to it, glass texture. So now that now what we'll do is cut the glass from beneath at an angle. So for that, take 3 inches from this bottom edge, draw a line, and I will firstly stretch the line, okay, like this. So again 3 inches on the other side, and join the line on the first point and erase the extra geometry. Now once you're done, erase the extra fill as well, like I'm doing right now. Erase. So this is how you can add glass to a staircase. Now I'm pretty sure that building a complete staircase will be clear as a day to you, and in the next video we'll complete the remaining model using other tools. So till then, keep practicing what we did in this video, and I will see you next time. Thank you.